So I'm watching Kim's Convenience for review purposes of this podcast, and we come to a scene with Office Girl wearing a tight dress with her back turned to the camera, and I'm like, she got a big old badunkadunk, and I am tuning in again next week.
Well, that's our review of Kim's Convenience.
Lazor Comb. We are not going to panic.
What the heck even happened to you, man?
Vengeance.
Shrimp Daddy! Ha 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 ha!
Give him a hockey stick!
What am I, fucking magician, man?
Am I some kind of fucking magician, man?
Fucking nerd!
Big nerd!
Whatever. It's not like we're professionals anyway.
And I'm not sorry anymore.
Time to big brain.
Every day, yes.
What is the Airwolf of trains?
Welcome to episode 131 of the Lazor Comb podcast, where the people before you comb through classic television with a fine-tooth Lazor. I am one of your hosts, NeoCal.
And I'm the other guy, Christopher Siege.
Mr. Siege, today
Yes.
we are continuing Canadiana month.
Elbows up.
Just like that. Not an awkward. Seeing myself do that on you ever see people actually like tough guys try to cross their arms like that? Like too high?
I feel like having my arms like this, I should start doing
Russian-
the Russian dance.
Russian dance. I used to be able to do that when I was a kid because I have like Russian some Russian ancestry and family members that could like do that.
Moscow,
I dare not
Moscow, da 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 da.
Really is a hunting man. Ho, 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 ho. I mean, I think that's a German song, but he
It
says
is.
Moscow. I mean, it's Moscow with a K-A-U,
Yeah.
and it means something else, but good enough, damn it.
Well,
And if
Rammstein.
you remember the Moscow music video from 20 years ago, leave a comment down below.
Rammstein also has a song called Moscow,
Oh,
and it's about Moscow.
maybe that's just like
That's
the European, Eastern European way of spelling it.
It's just the German way of spelling Moscow.
Ah. Anyways, search Moscow by Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
1979 music video. It made a resurgence like in the 2000s, back when it was like phonetic, like people would on YouTube put the phonetic English sounding lyrics on the bottom,
Right.
even though that's not actually what they're saying, and that was one of them. But then you rediscovered it like
In like
a few
2019.
years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, was it 2019?
It was around there,
more
yeah.
than a few years ago. So I like to think in another like 10 years, there's going to be somebody who'll be like, "Holy shit!" and it just comes back in waves. Those guys can get low.
My favorite of that phenomenon, which was really popular on YouTube, early YouTube.
You remember that too?
in the 2000s. One was the worst heavy metal music video ever, and it was this
Sounds
song.
familiar.
It was this song. Fuck, I can't even remember what language it's in.
I bet if I typed in the worst metal music video ever.
And like the misheard lyrics are like, "See reptile pooing on Yavon, Chupa Villa hit on the bon."
That sounds familiar. Probably from that era. I probably watched all of the like bad. Yeah, they were called like bad translations, or
Yeah.
I remember
Salsa
that. Yeah.
elate me.
Okay, now I
Ashton
remember.
salads nay. I'm sure I probably shared it with you back
How
then.
old are you, listeners? Do you remember? Well, bang. Okay.
Well,
YouTube,
dang,
YouTube.
okay. That's something I haven't thought about in a long time. Oh man.
Jarl Balgrove, and I'm ballin'. The YouTube poop, where people would like remix like sound bites from game.
What a time to
you
be
know
alive.
what? This is about a TV show, but maybe we're gonna have in our nostalgia of the internet podcast, which I'm sure doesn't exist. I'm sure there aren't 1,000 podcasts about that. Maybe that's an upcoming one. Maybe, and then we could officially review Moscow.
Well,
But
what
today-
are we talking about this week?
Today we're talking about Kim's Convenience. It's a little TV show that when was the initial run? First episode date says October 11th, 2016, and it ran through to April 13th, 2021.
Much like Schitt's Creek, it aired on the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, the CBC.
Hell yeah.
Which I've actually...
Every once in a while, there's some CBC bangers, man.
There are some fucking bangers on CBC. Murdoch
I
Mysteries.
signed up for Gem. Yeah.
Guess what channel Murdoch Mysteries is on?
Oh yeah. I actually made a Gem account, which is free, and they have Murdoch Mysteries and Kim's Convenience and a bunch of other stuff on there. I'm like, oh shit, sweet.
I bought this episode on iTunes.
Oh,
As
I mean,
is
I had to
tradition.
watch with two sets of ads, but I did watch it. We both watched it legally, which is the important thing.
Yes, we are. We are showing our support for this this Canadian show. So, what is Kim's Convenience anyway?
So, Kim's Convenience follows the family, the Kim family, and they are Korean Canadian. So the parents are Canadian Korean immigrants, and that makes the kids first gen, right? Or is it the gen that goes there as first gen and they're second gen? I always get that confused. No, they're first gen because they're the first gen born there. Right.
I think that's how it works.
Yeah, that's how it works, right? And yeah, it follows the. I'm not going to spoil anything because damn, there's some good family resolution there.
Incidentally, my dad is first gen Canadian.
Ooh.
Parents were from Norway.
Oh, right. You know what's funny? Like the two people I'm closest with are both of you are second gen Norwegian.
Oh, really?
Specifically. Anissa. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, exactly. Second, because it's like first would be her dad, and then So she's got like a ton of family like out there. And it's like, oh, we should go and like meet like, like the extended family and stuff. I'm like, what the fuck are you going to talk about? Nothing. Well, a lot of Europeans do speak English, so
especially in those Scandinavian countries, they tend to speak like three or four languages.
I've noticed that they're just built different.
Yeah,
the superior Viking blood. They traveled the seven seas and consensually gathered the best spread out, and that's why every once in a while you see someone with blonde hair, but they have no Northern European heritage. And if they have red hair, that means they got the devil in them.
If they have red hair, look out.
Look out. Woo! You're not allowed in bars until the 1950s. Is that Italians?
You won't see me at all unless I want to be seen. In which case, if I see you before you see me, look out.
Wait, what is that from?
That's from Red versus Blue. Speaking of old internet
shit.
Because
as soon as you said the line, I'm like, well, wait a second. What is this from? So Kim's Convenience follows those characters around, and the characters near them.
Mm-hmm.
Uma and Appa, kind of pet names for like mom or dad, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Kim and Mrs. Kim, they own a convenience store, and their kids, there's two. There's Janet and Jung. Her having like a white name is actually a thing that comes up a few times, so that's something to look forward to.
Janet and Shang-Chi.
And Shang-Chi before he awakened.
Yeah.
His powers, right?
Well, when I was looking up the cast, when I was watching it, I was like, why does this guy look familiar? And then I looked up, and I'm like, oh, he's the guy who played Shang-Chi before he played
like,
Shang-Chi.
he went from just being in this, he exploded after this show.
Yeah?
Yeah, like he had to be really selective about because he was being offered so many different roles, and he's like, fuck it, I'm going into
the MCU.
Yeah.
I think I'm surprised they never made a sequel to that Shang-Chi movie, because I think it was fairly successful.
I thought it was too.
I was kind of iffy on it, but
or maybe the producers were, or it didn't like it was profitable, but it didn't make like sequel levels of profit.
Yeah, and they
got
a lot of projects going on in that MCU.
They need to simmer down.
Which seems like the plan is that they're going to kind of chill out and go back to just releasing a couple movies a year.
Right. So with Kim's Convenience, it follows the parents, the kids, and some characters near them become quite prevalent and fan favorites, particularly Shannon and Kimchi.
Shannon being Office Girl, correct?
Office Girl.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And Office Girl is Jung's boss, and Kimchi is his like roommate at the beginning of like the show. That's how it starts.
I kind of got some sexual tension between them.
Oh no, really? Really, this episode? So this particular episode, it is quite blaringly obvious to the viewer that perhaps Shannon may have feelings for Jung.
Mm-hmm.
Whether he doesn't know or he's just trying to keep it. No, because it goes that way too. He just is better at hiding it. Is that the vibe you got?
I thought he was kind of oblivious. Or actually,
I can't remember. I've watched all of Kim's Convenience, and I can't remember when he clues in.
I kind of got the vibe that something had happened between them recently, because at the beginning they're talking about how, they can just go out for drinks together, like just as like work friends and nothing else. They kept emphasizing that. So
I've seen this years ago. Like, you know what? I might need to read. I might be playing my hand a bit early here. May need to go back and rewatch some of it.
So the episode that we landed on through the old random number generator was episode 30, the fourth episode of season 3, Thy Neighbor's Wi-Fi, which originally aired on January 29th of 2019.
Good naming scheme, because it revolves around the two main beats of the episode, which is Mr. Kim desperately trying to steal Planet Fitness's Wi-Fi, which is next door, which apparently is like high speed and like unlimited downloads, and the other part, which is kind of two other parts, but Janet is supposed to do a reading on Sunday when her mom goes to church.
Yeah, a sermon, and
If any of you don't know, let me tell you, there's a lot of Korean Christians.
I didn't know that, actually.
I think they have like per capita, like percentage wise, I think they might be the most Christian country. One sec.
Today I learned. Potentially.
Hey, what you watching? Me? I'm just a TV. I mean, I'm not even human. You've got the remote control. You can change channels if you don't like what you're watching. You can flick me on and off, and on and off, and do... Whoa, I'm getting dizzy. You see? You're smarter than me. You get to choose from all kinds of neat stuff. Funny shows, nature shows, shows about people all over the world. Ouch! In real life, that would hurt. You get to learn how to make stuff, how to draw stuff. Me, I don't get to do any of this stuff. I'm just the TV that plays it for you. Yep, I sure wish I was as smart as you. Did somebody get that cat off my head? Look at it this way. You can talk to your best friends, your mom or dad, about all the stuff you see on TV. And besides, you have choices. You've got books and sports, and you can go outside and play. Where is outside anyway? I'm just the TV. You're the smart one. Well, so long. See you next time.
The episode opens with Mr. Kim in the convenience store. There's a guy buying... He's buying something. He's buying a drink or gum or something like that. And
this guy's a recurring character, just enough. Just enough. He only pops in twice during this episode.
Mr. Kim is trying really hard to upsell him on these.
Oh, this guy! I forgot about this scene.
Pair of scissors.
And he's like, "No, I'll just take the." What is he buying?
He's buying gum or something like that.
Or
He's
gum or something.
Yeah, just the gum. And Mr. Kim is like, "Oh, well, see, look at this banana here." Uses the scissors, cuts the banana. He's like, "Oh, I'm not really a banana guy." He's like, "What about this drink here?" Takes a can of pop and cuts through it with the scissors.
You ever want a chocolate bar, but only hungry for half? And the guy's like, "Oh man, word."
Yeah.
And cuts in half. But then what the selling point is, he cuts the empty pop can in half. He's like, "Now you can drink two. Drink it in two." And I'm like, "Well, wait, hang on."
But the guy is like, and yeah, he cuts
you ruined the scissors.
Yeah, you ruined the scissors. And then he's like, "Oh, remember the banana?" He picks the banana up again and he still cuts it. He's like, "Whoa, it's still sharp. I'll take one." And then Mrs. Kim shows up and she's like, "What are you doing?" And she pulls out this box from behind the counter of all these.
He's like, "I've sold 6 pairs of scissors today." And he's like, "Yeah, but you have an entire box of bananas and candy bars that we can't sell now."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, you have to spend money to make money."
And so this is a great opening scene because it actually in a way kind of ties into the Mr. Kim's main plot throughout the episode, because we see that he's willing to go through all of this hubbub just to sell these pair of scissors. It ends up costing him more in the end. Later on in the episode, he's willing to pay several $100s for a gym membership just to get access to the Wi-Fi instead of just increasing their internet package. So, so this is actually a great opening scene because it establishes.
I never thought about that.
What kind of character Mr. Kim is and his line of thinking.
Good sharp analysis there, because that does mirror his line of thinking.
Yeah, totally. I may be.
I like that right before the opening starts, he starts eating the banana.
Yeah, I may be playing my hand a little bit in how positively I'm talking about the show so far.
Not to sell it, but it is known for its writers have won awards, and the actors have too. Yeah.
Yeah, I completely believe it. One of the writers of this show...
we completely missed the C... Not really the C plot. I completely forgot. But Janet agrees to do the telling.
Yeah.
Sorry, the reading at church. Unfortunately, she's trying to appear hip and woke to her roommates.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get to that.
Office Girl, Shannon, and Shang-Chi agree to I'm just going to keep calling him Shang-Chi.
Of course, yeah. I mean, he did this role first, but he may be known for another role more widespread.
Nowadays, yeah. So Office Girl and Shang-Chi have this whole thing that I mentioned where they're like, oh, we can just, we can go out for some after-work drinks, just as coworkers, just as work friends. So this is why I kind of think that maybe something had happened between them recently, but they have decided like, no, we're going to keep our
episodes back
relationship.
I think
platonic.
so, something like that. Yeah.
So they go, and an old friend of Office Girl shows up, and immediately her and Shang-Chi like hit it off, and this starts like making Shannon kind of jealous.
Yeah, especially when it cuts to the next like work day, and he's like, "Hey, I was wondering." So the thing about Jung is he is straightforward, which may be why a lot of women folk viewers of the show had a thing for him, other than the fact he's absolutely jacked.
I was going to say
tall.
he's a very good looking man
and good looking, yeah. And he's like, "Hey, can I have Alicia to Tracy, white Ashley, white chick, insert white
Blondie.
chick name Jessica, Blondie, yeah. Can I get Blondie's number?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah, well, Shannon is kind of like, "Oh, I need to see if that goes against like the wing woman code, or was it we're not supposed to date each other's like coworkers? Oh, Shannon, think." And he's like, if it's a problem, yeah, don't worry about it. And she's like, no, why would it be a problem?
Have some margaritas for me, you two. Except actually don't, because, I'm at work, so then I'd have to write myself up for being drunk on the job.
And then the coworker comes up, like the mama's boy coworker comes up. And he's all like, "Oh, blah, blah, blah," and mentions something about his mom. And he's like, "Who are we talking to?" Because they left like before she was even done her margarita spiel.
Yeah.
There's a certain awkwardness that's cute to Shannon.
Totally, yeah. I found her quite endearing. The biggest laugh I got in the episode actually was like later on when Shang-Chi is like busy like texting in the office, and Shannon is like in the middle of a meeting with a couple of her employees.
Oh my god. Presumably he started dating this other chick.
Yeah. So he's just
taking selfies and stuff.
So she's just kind of seething, watching him, and finally she's like, "Okay, I need you to come right here. Your Snapchatting is distracting all of us, and so we're going to need. We're
behind now, and we're going to need to stay late."
And he's like, "Oh, okay, if Blondie had some tickets to this thing, but I can stay." And she's like, "No, are you sure?" He's like, "Well, do you want me to stay?" And one of the other guys was like, "So are we staying late? Because my mother
Mama's
needs
boy."
Yeah, Mama's boy. He raises his hand. He's like, my mom needs a fourth at bridge night tonight." And the guy sitting beside him grabs his hand and puts it down. And he's like, "Not tonight, T."
So that's Kimchi. He's not in this episode much, but he's probably the funniest character on the show.
So I gave a very long-winded explanation, but where he just like grabs his hand and lowers it, and he's like, "Not tonight, T."
Nope.
that was the biggest laugh I got in the episode.
And what happens? I think Janet rides a motorcycle. I think that was a whole thing in season 1 or like 2 where she like pretended to ride a motorcycle because she wanted to look cool, but then she had to learn how to ride a motorcycle. Or does she just ride a bike, but she still has the motorcycle helmet? I can't remember. It's been years upon years since I've seen it. But she shows up and her roommates have like a friend over, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we were all just like taking a look at that," because she sees the Bible that she left on the table and like tries to hide it by putting her motorcycle helmet on it. And she's like, "Oh yeah, it's a motorcycle. Yeah, it's pretty cool." And they're like, "No, like the holy fucking Bible, son."
And
did you know Jesus was a Jew? Yeah. um,
Hey, the holy fucking Bible. It's not a
And,
fucking Bible. The holy fucking Bible.
that's right.
And her like very progressive friends are talking about how they were like reading the like passage in the Bible that was like bookmarked or something. The one that she's supposed to be reading in
Like
church coming up.
women are supposed to be subservient to their husbands and blah 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 the household, something like that. And they're like, oh, like that's so misogynistic and oh blah blah. And she's like, oh yeah, it's like bull crap, but like, you know, like whatever. It's like my mom's thing. And she kind of digs herself a hole because by trying to, so they're not really trying to poke fun at wokeness, and they're not trying to like really be preachy about that kind of thing. Like either the awkward part is that she's trying to like be cool in front of these like cool college like roommates and people, but she doesn't realize she's probably already cooler than them. Like they're not cool.
These people definitely seemed like prototypical young people of like the 10s.
That's what I mean. They're just yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this exact friend group, I could like easily point to a whole bunch of people in Victoria that they reminded from back then that they reminded me of.
Mm-hmm. So
not,
after digging her,
not in a bad way or anything.
no, not in a bad way or anything, but just like I'm almost like 40, and it's like, oh no, just let people practice their beliefs and faith.
I did think it was kind of funny where Janet is like saying about how she doesn't like want to do the sermon on Sunday because like going to church is like really boring, and then all of a sudden the pastor is there.
Yeah, and she's like telling her mom how she doesn't want to do it and trying to back away from it. And the pastor's visiting.
Which Pastor Nina?
You said Shannon, but I'm like the pastor lady. Just saying.
I mean, both. Why not both?
Why not both?
Both is good.
So the other plot there is Mr. Kim going over to the Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
Really friendly, like jacked dude working there, owner or like manager or whatever. And he's like, "Oh, Mr. Kim, are you here for the like 10 a.m. like spin or something like that?"
This gym guy I find is really funny too because Mr. Kim brings him these cans of tomatoes because
my god! Oh. He's like, "Hello, neighbor," and like brings him cans of tomato, and he's like, "Oh, this is so nice, bringing me cans of tomatoes.
So versatile in what I could use them for, or something like that."
And he's like, "Oh, I'm just bringing over what is it, like with no expectations."
Yeah. Meanwhile, he's like eyeing up the like Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi
he's like
password.
Very obviously trying to eye up the Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi up the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And well, wouldn't you know it, that the guy that comes in every once in a while, I think he's got like a Mexican accent or something like that. And I think he's gay, but I don't want to like be like, "Hey, so the gay Mexican guy comes in." But I think there are Pride episodes. Oh, right. I remember he was afraid of, there's an episode where he's afraid of seeming homophobic. So he's giving people, I think the episode's called Gay Discount. I should rewatch some of these. I feel like there's an episode called Gay Discount.
I think that's the first episode is called Gay Discount.
Oh, is it the first?
Oh, Enrique, I think is his name.
Enrique, there we go.
A registered nurse and regular customer. He considers Mr. Kim his friend, but this is unrequited.
Unrequited friendship.
Or unrequited, yeah.
Is that how it said? I don't know. In this episode, though, he might have gotten the admission of friendship.
Yeah, and it makes it just completely makes his day.
And he's like, some might even say best friend. And he's like, you're pushing it with friend. So we find out that Enrique cannot lie, or rather is very talkative. Him being extremely gossipy is kind of like a point of the character coming in here or there. Because he's like, well, as a friend, because they find out after a day or two that the owner of like Planet Fitness changes the Wi-Fi password every now and then, because he's like, oh man, otherwise people steal it, you know?
Yeah.
And Mr. Kim's like, oh, how could they, you know? And then pretends to like, and he's like, you know what? He's like, oh, same. And he's like, oh, you need to like change it all the time, but like make it something personal and easy to remember. Oh, easy to remember. Hey, I feel like, you know, we should know more about each other. And he's like, oh yeah, let's buddy up. Yeah, let's like going on. And he starts like talking about his life when he was younger, with alcohol. And he's like, oh, whoa, first steps. Like, no, that too much. And he's like, let's back up. What's your last name? Smith. And he's like, oh, well, what's your last name? And it's just funny because he'll be like, oh, hi, like Mr. Kim. So it's like,
oh, I see.
Oh, no, it was specific. It was like, what's your mom's last name? That's what it was.
Right.
What was your last name? Oh, Smith also. Yeah. And he's like, really? Your mom's last name was Smith?
So he's saying
like, oh,
bullshit.
What was your favorite teacher's name? And he's like, oh, oh yeah, Mr. Kozowski, or like something like that. You know, we in his class, like we would have to, and he's like, oh yeah, very interesting. How do you spell that? Like trying to take notes.
Yeah.
Eventually he gives up.
Enrique ends up blurting out that Kim has been stealing the Wi-Fi, and Jim dude is like, hey, like that's what this was about? I thought we were getting to know one another.
Busted. And he's like, oh, and he'd only like just told him the password, and he's like, oh, I feel like a 20-pound kettlebell.
A kettlebell,
like is lifted off of my shoulders or something like that. Some reference to what he's doing over at Planet Fitness.
And the gym guy is like, you know what, Mr. Kim, you can have unlimited access to the Wi-Fi anytime you want. And he's like, oh, good. All you have to do is sign up for a 1-year membership. And for like blah blah classes, which it established earlier in the episode was going to be costing him about $500 a year.
And then he ends up doing some quick math and realizing that that's probably less expensive than paying for a year's worth of like high-speed internet anyway.
Which I don't necessarily believe, but I think he is convinced himself of this.
What, like for me, it would be, but my partner needs like fiber optic, needs like high download speeds, needs guaranteed like connectivity. But they're just like, what are they doing? Like streaming shows on like a laptop?
Oh yeah, that's another thing.
Watching YouTube.
That's another thing that's going on in this episode is Mrs.
Kim and her soap operas.
Yeah, and she's she's like really into her soap operas, and she ends up hosting like a screening of sorts.
Like a season premiere of some K-drama or something like that. Yeah,
Nina, the pastor lady, is there. Like her daughter is there. Her daughter's friends are there.
And it's funny because she's sitting. All these like, you know, like the Korean friends are all like sitting in the back, and she's just there like hunched over on like a thing, and she's all like, yeah, you're right, the subtitles are distracting. So she has no idea like what's going on. And then they have the audacity of like speaking in Korean and being like, Is she gonna talk like the whole time? But all she's doing is asking questions about like what's going on because there's no subtitles. And it's like, oh, who invited her or like whatever. And I'm like, tale as old as time.
Right.
Talking about the people that don't speak your language when they're present. And I think that's somewhere near the end of the episode. The biggest in the episode is I guess all of these like family friends are at the Sunday sermon.
Yeah.
And there's kind of like a keeping up with the Jones like mentality that the mom has. Oh, the Mrs. Like Park has I just pulled a Korean last name. Mrs. Park has high speed and she doesn't even need to wait for like the loading beach ball all the time, and she doesn't need to like, you know, like watch it buffer like every 5 minutes or whatever. So it's also about keeping up appearances, which is why she wants Janet to and her addressing that actually becomes a part of the show. It's a good show. Like Janet helps her mom be like, hey, maybe you shouldn't compare yourself to like others because maybe their families are just secretly messed up and everyone's just presenting that their family's like so good, right? That's a main part of the show. But well, wouldn't you know it, it's not just her mom's friends or grandma or like something like that. Her like college crew show up to support her during her reading.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. So she immediately starts reading about how like women must be like, you know, like subservient to the husband, blah, blah, blah. And you know what? She's got things to say about that. Right?
But then Pastor Nina is like, no, that's not the one we're doing.
Yeah.
And
then she flips the page.
And we end up...
And it's just like a boring, normal passage.
Yeah. We end up finding
it's something about love is the greatest emotion because it helps you understand others and forgive all sins or something like that.
Yeah, something about
like, ooh,
love and forgiveness. Not the subjugation of women.
She's like, I think we should really focus on that last part about forgiveness, huh?
Yeah, because it turns out her mom like switched the sermons.
She got it wrong, or something.
Yeah, I can't remember why. I literally just watched this episode, but her mom switched it for some reason.
Gave her the wrong passage, like said like 21:16 instead of 16:21 or something like that. And they resolve things because she's like, oh, you embarrassed me. And she's all like, well, you gave me like the wrong passage. And like, I feel like that stuff's like important. And she's like, it's okay that you disagree. You just do anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And that is that kind of like older generation like mentality. You're like, yeah, it's like bullshit, but like we don't actually still practice that. So like you just go like that's not the point or whatever. And she's like, well, there is a point. Maybe we should like bring it up. So they end up, and she's like, okay, like one step at a time. I just said I'm sorry, so let's keep it there. Okay. I like that about Mrs. and Mr. Kim. They're just like, whoa, okay, like we're just getting to know each other. Like when Planet Fitness guy is all like, oh man, so like, you know, it's not like I ever had a problem, but I think I stopped drinking about like 7 years ago or something like that. Whoa, back up. And I think those are all the talking points. There's something with Jung and what happens there, or is that kind of left open?
I think it was kind of left open-ended. I don't think that was
with
resolved.
With him still dating Blondie.
Yeah, I don't think that was resolved. I think they're probably just dating now, but I can't say for sure because this is the only episode I've watched.
Something beamed into my head. Earlier, you're going to say something about a writer, and I was talking over you.
Oh, one of the main writers of this show also wrote for Corner Gas, which we reviewed.
Oh, no, you did mention that. Yeah, also worked for. And as we found out, is very, say what you want about like Corner Gas, but it's very dense. Like every scene there, it moves along the entire story. And you could tell this is kind of a little bit of a step up from that. Like, I feel like it's a little bit better. Or it's a little bit more interesting, or
I mean, it's newer. It's
newer. There we go. It's newer.
A different setting.
Fair. Yeah.
It's a much more modern sitcom than Corner Gas. Because the thing with Corner Gas, and I don't think I mentioned this when we were reviewing it. Corner Gas kind of felt like an old timey sitcom, like even for the time.
That's how to know how old we feel.
Like that show was on in the 2000s, and even in the 2000s, like it felt more like a 70s or 80s sitcom
because the town is purposefully like removed from society in a way where like there are no cell towers in Dog River, I think.
Yeah, and like
right, and
it doesn't, like this show, like these kind of feel like real people, whereas in Corner Gas that does not feel like, and I say this as someone who has actually lived in Saskatchewan, that does not feel like reality. That feels like sitcom.
Well
land.
said. We didn't get that across when we watched and reviewed Corner Gas, but they don't quite feel like real people.
No, it doesn't feel like reality. It feels like sitcom land. Land. Whereas
this has the sitcom beats, it's a little more grounded.
Yeah, 100%.
Especially in it doesn't show a lot of it here, but the family and the community, I feel like has stronger writing than kind of like the community of Corner Gas, which all kind of like just revolves around having to put up with each other. In this, the only having to put up with each other is in the family, and a lot of that is resolved. Where I kind of feel like there is things to look forward to in Kim's Convenience. There are overall, even though it's mostly episodic, there are resolutions and things that are resolved. The show starts off, this isn't any spoilers, the show starts off, Mr. Kim and his son are kind of estranged.
Oh, okay.
Kind of becoming closer again, and like I don't even think they apologize to each other or try to say any like feelings in like the first season or whatever. There's an overall the relationships change in the show, which I look forward to, whereas I feel like they didn't in Corner Gas. It's very like static, like Seinfeld. So I feel like Kim's Convenience is a little rung above them.
Which is an old-timey sitcom thing.
Which is an old-timey sitcom, yeah.
The characters generally are the same people at the beginning and end of every episode.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's not the case with Kim's Convenience, which not saying that anything's wrong with those other ones, but that is a plus for me because I do like seeing character growth in a show.
Like I said, yeah, this is a much more modern. This is a much more modern sitcom.
Yeah, and I think those were all the loose. We jumped around a bit, but the loose beats for the episode. I don't think we really missed anything.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to find out whether we're going to tune in again next week.
Frank! No, Frank, don't carry it. Dribble it! Dribble it! Frank, dribble it! Frank, shoot! Is this some kind
kind of Canadian jokes, sir? I mean, I know you're the instructor and everything, but we can't carry the ball. How can we get a decent shot at the peach basket?
All right. Maybe we can allow a carry of a couple of steps.
And Mr. Naismith, sir, it sure slows things down having to climb up here every time.
Well, then let's cut the bottom out of the basket.
Ah, but I need these baskets back.
100 years after James Naismith from Almont, Ontario invented it, basketball was being played by hundreds of millions of people around the world.
And we're back.
We did it.
We did it.
Quick word from the channel and our the channel sponsors.
Heritage Minutes.
Heritage Minutes. For real.
Yeah, Heritage Minutes, Dr. James Naismith,
I
creator
can
of
put my
basketball.
arm back on. Can you? Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
It was like a robot, and it's like arm gets sawed off, and it's like, I'm Astrid, a robot from the planet blah blah. I can put my arm back on. You can't.
So
And
play
it was
safe.
like, yeah. There we go. I feel like that was a Canadian.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Not crazy. So, Siege, you just, for the first time ever, caught a random episode of Kim's Convenience. Do you think you would tune in next week?
Office Girls Badonkadonk.
You may or may not see more. You may actually see more of that as the show starts to lean into what it gives the people what they want. Let's just say.
Sweet.
I too am a fan.
Yeah,
What do you think,
actually,
though?
I actually wasn't. I wasn't expecting to be to be as into actress Nicole Power as I ended up becoming. So, and this show has a lot going for it. So I am going to tune in again. It's not just because I think Nicole Power is hot.
Exactly.
I really like all of the characters in this show. I find the writing quite sharp, and genuinely funny.
Yeah. Actually funny.
I was surprised at how quickly I gravitated toward this. I knew, like, right from the first scene. Honestly, the cold open with Mr. Kim trying to upsell the scissors, the show had me immediately.
It had you with the scissors?
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, it had me at a gay discount. So I have seen all of Kim's Convenience. But now that we're rewatching some shows, particularly in comparison to older sitcoms, not only will I tune in next week, I think I'm gonna give it a go from episode 1 again.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna make a CBC Gem account and fire this up. Probably, if not tonight, probably later this week.
Hell yeah. And I didn't even know a CBC Gem was a thing until I tried to watch it, and it said, why don't you download the app? And I was like, fine. And this is not sponsored. But if the Canadian Broadcast Channel wants to sponsor internet content,
the CBC is important. I
think so too.
And maybe it's in response to, like, just how much conservatives have had a hate on in recent years for the CBC. But I think the CBC is actually important, and I
agree.
I've grown to appreciate it a lot more in recent years.
Yeah, especially going through and seeing, like, the amount of content Canadian content that they've released.
Well, that was episode 131 of the Lazor Comb podcast. If you want to support the show, go to patreon.com/lazorcomb, LAZORCOMB. Starting at the $5 tier, you get access to our bonus weekly Patreon exclusive podcast, the Super Lazor Comb Patreon Super Show. $10 tier, you get that, the occasional commentary track, and the ability to pick a show for us to review a random episode of on this very podcast. We're going to be getting back into Patreon picks soon, I think. So if you want to get in on that, go to patreon.com/Lazor Comb. Join the Discord if you want to interact with us. Link in the description as always. And we'll be back next week with episode 132 of the show, where we're going to finish up our Canadiana Elbows Up month with a show that I didn't watch, but was quite popular around 25-ish or so years ago. Da Vinci's Inquest.
Yeah, I've never watched it either.
Canadian crime drama set in Vancouver. I wanted something set in BC. That's how I came across it. Because like so far now, we've done one show set in Saskatchewan and two in Ontario. So
we needed a BC show.
Needed a BC show, and it was down to this or Beachcombers. And Beachcombers was always a show that was when I was a little kid. It was always the marker that it was time to change the channel.
I have shows like that.
Was when the Beachcombers intro came on.
For me, I can't remember what I watched leading up to it, but Are You Being Served would come on, and I'm like, nope.
Yeah, that was
for me. Yeah, it's one of those shows where I'm like, time to change the channel. So instead of going with something just because it's Canadian, I think we're better rolling something else. Because Beachcombers is also, speaking of aged, that one's up there.
That's a very old show. It actually ran for a long ass time too. It was on the air for like 18 years. It was Murdoch Mysteries before Murdoch Mysteries, if you will.
Murdoch Mysteries before Murdoch Mysteries. That's funny. For anybody wondering, every like year or so, we'll check to see if Murdoch Mysteries is done, and that thing just keeps going.
Yeah, it's still going. It's been renewed for another season.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm like, well,
whenever I've caught Murdoch Mysteries, I've liked it.
Yeah, it's not bad actually.
Yeah.
I think the first time I ever saw it, actually, I was at the gym and it was just on TV. I was on the treadmill and it was on TV. And so I just started watching it and I was like, oh, this is actually not bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I just caught a random like part of an episode and I'm like, hey, wait a second.
So Da Vinci's Inquest has 91 episodes, so one random number between 1 and 91. And here we go! Where it stops, only Black Arachnia knows.
Number 9.
I mentioned Black Arachnia because Venus Turzo, the voice actress of Black Arachnia, is a regular cast member on Da Vinci's Inquest. We're going to be watching episode 9, first season episode, The Most Dangerous Time. From December 2nd of 1998.
It's the most dangerous time of the year.
Probably a good thing that we ended up with an early episode.
Probably.
Either a good thing or a bad thing. Depends on the show. But we'll find out.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. And until then, I have been Christopher Siege, one of your hosts.
And I'm NeoCal, your other host.
Thanks for listening. We will
upsell you scissors next time.
We will buy you a pair of scissors next time.